Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Hopefully you're already a subscriber and you're starting to get a sense of what marriage has to offer, and it's so beautiful. If not, subscribe. But we're going to cover this topic in a way that no one else has ever covered it, and you've never heard it before, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. This topic is, why does my husband make me feel guilty? Why does my husband make me feel guilty? What you're really asking here is, why is my husband being mean to me? Why is he treating me this way, right? This is, and I don't want to label, I'm not a labeler like the Western psychological world. I used to be a divorce mediator over 20 years ago, but I find that labeling people is very destructive. We have attributes, and maybe one of his attributes is to try to make you feel guilty because he's frustrated and is lacking something and is trying to get your attention. Maybe. Not for sure, but maybe. And this is his way of punishing you. It's childish. I acknowledge that. And maybe. I'm not saying that this is what he's doing. I'd rather talk about you, because there's nothing you could do about him, and there's nothing you should do about him. When you got married with the promise that you would love him, that you would be there for him, that you would support him. But instead, I can tell you right now, you argue with him, you criticize him, you complain to him, you bring him down. You do. Admit it. And you may have a whole load of excuses. We'll call them reasons if you want for doing that. Oh, he's this, he's that, you don't understand, Paul, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all. I've been doing this for a very long time. But I want to help you. You see, the whole idea of marriage, it's not our idea. Marriage is not our idea. We're stupid human beings. But God loves us way more than we love God. It's a shame, but it's true. And we're souls. This is not religion, but we're souls. We have a body, we have a mind, and He gives us marriage in order to learn how to love the way He loves, unconditionally. Marriage is the perfect venue for that. There's no threat. You're allowed to, you're supposed to love your husband with everything you have. Do you? No, I know you're not, or you wouldn't feel like you're a victim. Because if you love somebody, you see way past the flaws that they have. And his trying to make you feel guilty is a flaw. And your job is to love him, not in spite of his flaws, but without considering his flaws. Don't bring them into the mix. And this is a choice that you have, because you have free will. You won't be happy until you learn how to master your mind. I'm going to throw that in there. You know, we're not taught this growing up. But unless we master our mind, which means how to utilize our free will to our benefit, it's impossible to be happy, because we're like ping pong balls in a can. We're bouncing around according to our circumstances instead of lifting ourselves above those circumstances and experience our innate love, our innate joy, because that's what's there. So the answer to this, there's no simple answer. I mean, I could tell you simply, well, don't be a victim, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to insult you. I want you to learn how to be married. At least watch these videos. Get one of my books. But if you're really burdened now and you really want to progress, get the course for women and learn how to be you, the soul who is filled with joy and love, so you could bring it into your marriage, transform your marriage, and have the marriage you're supposed to have. You know, when people get the course, our counselors write back to them and they say, don't settle for just fixing your marriage. Go for it all. Get it all. You deserve it. You're God's favorite. Learn how to love unconditionally. Learn how to live in that joy. My name is Paul Friedman. I'm so glad you came by. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I hope you appreciate what you're learning, and I hope you go for it so you can have the kind of marriage you're meant to. Like the video if you want. I am grateful that you came by. God bless you and take care.